guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. So today we're doing a September favorites and fails. I haven't done a favorites and fails video in a couple of months because things have been kind of slow for me. And obviously in the makeup world as well, things have been really slow. They haven't been releasing as much because of the Rona. So we're going over my favorites from the past couple of months. I think that's a good place to start with. So we're just calling this my September favorites because, you know, we just got through September and I wanted to show you guys some of the things that I have been using in September. Speaking of which, one of my favorites I'm going to put on right now. Oh, yes. Okay, so I just put my lotion on, which this is probably the first favorite that I want to go over. It is not a makeup favorite. It is more like a beauty skincare favorite, and that is the Nivea. This is the essentially enriched body lotion with 48-hour moisture. It has almond oil in it and it's for very dry to dry skin, which is definitely me. So I put this on after every shower. I get super dry hands, and it's ironic because it's, you know, usually that happens during the winter months, but right now it's been happening all of the time. My skin has just been super dry. I think it's because we had kind of a dry summer as well. So I put this on every time I get out of the shower, and my skin feels so smooth, so soft, and it actually smells like clean, fresh, and it lasts on my skin for quite a while. 48 hours? No, not really, but it does really moisturize my skin. Even sometimes when I'm having a really dry face day, I will put on the Nivea lotion, and sometimes I will put on the rest of my you know, makeup, but usually it's just on those days where I need some added moisture and I don't want to put on my makeup. So the Nivea essentially enriched lotion, very good, very hydrating. It has been a favorite of mine. Actually, I found it at my mom's and then I was like, I need to get this. Then we have a favorite of mine that has been a favorite of mine for a while, but I actually stopped using it because it fell and it shattered, and I was like, let's just try out some new bronzers. But I always go back to this bronzer, and it's the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. This is in the color Bronzer. Even though the packaging sucks, I hate how bulky this is, and I don't like I don't know what they were thinking. If you just got rid of this bottom part and got rid of the little tool that makes no sense, then you could have this be a lot less bulky, and it's just kind of awkward how it flips. So the Butter Bronzer is a very creamy bronzer, but it's powder and it goes on very matte, and this is actually the color that really accentuates my face, and it does a great job of warming up my face but not contouring my face, and it gives me just a super subtle bronzed look without being too over the top. And the formula is very easy to work with. It never goes on patchy. It never, you know, wears down super funny. It is a favorite of mine. Why did I stop using it? It is so good. Let's talk about this highlighter. So I originally got this one because I saw that Taylor Wynn featured it in it was a video of highlighters that they don't accentuate your skin, but they have a really great payoff. So I saw that she featured an Essence highlighter and I was like, oh, let's try this one. Well, I got the wrong shade. Definitely. This one it's in the shade Sunlight. So it is like a golden shade, and it is very pretty. It's a very subtle highlight. So if I'm looking for one of those highlight days where I just don't want to go too over the top with my highlight like today, then I will put it on, and it gives me that super subtle natural glow. And then if there's days where I don't want to do my eyeshadow, I just put a pop of this on my lid and I'm good to go, because it has that warm goldeny tone to it that looks really natural and pretty. I think it was like $4 at Ulta Beauty, something like that. A super affordable highlighter, a very great everyday highlighter, and Taylor was right. It does not accentuate any pores or anything. It looks like butter on your skin. It looks very natural and fresh. Very good highlighter for $4 or $5. Very good. And then we have these two. These two were favorites for the past month because it was still very warm outside and I wanted a cream blush and bronzer formula, and I actually did a video of these two. They are the Honest Beauty. One is actually the foundation and one is then this one is actually a blush. So this one's a foundation and it is in the color Amber, and It's a cream foundation, but it applies really, really nicely as a cream bronzer, especially the shade, because it's that perfect, like a little bit darker, so it warms up my skin, but it's not too dark where I don't look like I'm contoured or where I got dirt all over my face. Very easy to blend out. It even comes with its own little spongy thing. I never really used it, but I have used this quite frequently. During the summer, powder kind of feels weighing and heavy on my skin. So this one, because it's cream, it does kind of finish down to more of a powder finish, and it is a matte finish. And I've just found that in the summertime when I'm sweating and I want my makeup to last a little bit longer, cream is the way to go. And this one is really, really good. And then the blush. The blush is, it smells like strawberry chapstick that I used to get when I was a little girl. And I really like this blush because it's really easy to build up, or if you just want a super like almost glossy cheek that looks really, really natural, something that's been like really, really popular with the really young generation right now, where it's like super, super natural, but you are still putting on makeup. That trend kind of makes sense to me, but this is so good. And again, if you're looking for something on, if you sweat a lot, if you're, you know, if you're that type of person who perspires a lot or who doesn't like powder products on your face because they feel kind of like weighing down, then the blush formula is also a great formula. It's buildable, it's creamy, it is pigmented as you build it up, and it also gives that like glossy look to your face. So if you guys still have some hot days ahead of you, definitely try out some of the Honest Beauty cream blush, and then their foundation you can actually use as a cream bronzer. So in a face of like new foundation slash concealer slash primer, I did use the new e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Satin Finish Concealer, and I actually used it today as well. This has become an everyday favorite. I have used it every day since I filmed that video, and I like the hydrating properties that it has. It makes me look like dewy and fresh. I found that the regular Camo concealer, if my face isn't like moisturized like it should be, it gets that really drying, cakey effect like under my eyes, and I just don't like it for wear when my skin is like lacking that moisture. So this one is a really great alternative. It still has a long wear time, and the formula is hydrating. It does have a really nice like satin and dewy finish to it. Like I really, really enjoy this concealer. I've used it every single day. This one is in the color Fair Rose, so it's a fair tone with a little bit of a pink undertone because it's cool. That's the skin tone that I have. I have a cool undertone, but it brightens, hydrates my under eyes. I've even put it like some on my nose, and it actually adheres to my nose instead of having problems with it. This concealer reminds me a lot of the Pretty Fresh from ColourPop concealer, but it's half the price, quite literally. It's a very good concealer. If you guys are looking for something hydrating that's super affordable, where you can find it literally anywhere that they have e.l.f. products, then that's the concealer for you. Another favorite of mine, it is a primer, and this is from The Ordinary. It's the Silicone High Adherence Primer, and I actually found out this one from Kelly Gooch, and she said that this was like one of those surprise things that she didn't expect to love, but she does love. And I was like, okay, I'll try it out. So The Ordinary does like a whole bunch of skincare products. They actually just released some foundation serums that I want to try out. And they also have this, which is the, obviously I told you it's the High Adherence Silicone Primer. And this one you can actually use as a part of your skincare routine, or you can use it as your primer, which I found really interesting. So I have used this just as the primer, and it's really moisturizing, but it's a gripping primer. So if you have foundation that needs more of that like gripping primer, then it does that as well. And then it also hydrates your face. Like it's so like 2-in-1. Like it's not dewy, but it moisturizes and it grips. Like it's so good, and it's $4.90. Like it's under $5. You can find this one at Sephora. They don't have it at Ulta Beauty right now. And the last favorite on my list is mascara, and this has become a favorite of mine. I have used it every day since I opened it, and I like to rotate out my mascaras every 3 months the way that you're supposed to, even if it's not used up. It's just eye health. Like that's what you need to know. So we have, this is a new essence to me. It's new to me, but it's been around for like ever. This is the Volume Stylist 18-Hour Lash Extension Mascara. And I have heard Tati Westbrook talk about this mascara for a very long time. She said that she used to go to the drugstore and buy Essence makeup, and this was like her go-to mascara. And I was like, okay, whatever. I like the Lash Princess one. Like, that one's the best one. Well, so I picked up this one because I didn't have the Lash Princess one the last time I went to the store. And I was like, okay, like, let's try this one out. And I love this. I love it. It's so good. So this is the brush here. As you can see, it kind of like fattens in the middle and then it tapers off on the ends, and that makes it really easy to like get in and like define each individual lash. It gives it volume. The end of it, when it tapers and it gets a little bit smaller, makes it easy to like actually get every single lash, and then it also makes it really easy to get in underneath, get all those bottom lashes in there. The formula is very long wearing. I haven't had it flake in my eyes yet, which is a very good thing. Usually, you know, those least expensive mascaras, sometimes they're like really good at first, but then within the hour, it's like, oh, it's like flaking really, really bad. Really easy to remove. It actually kind of feels like it might be water resistant, even though it says it's not, because it does take me like an eye makeup remover and then washing my face to get it off. But it's not like a waterproof, super waterproof, where it like sticks to your lashes. Now it does say it has fibers in it. It says fiber releasing extension brush. It says lengthening fibers for fuller, longer lashes up to 18 hours. Ophthalmologically tested. Okay, so I haven't seen the fibers in this, but apparently it has some. I haven't seen that, but it is a great volumizing, separating mascara. Like, they look very fanned out. Actually, this mascara reminds me a lot of the Unique Epic mascara, the one-step mascara. So if you're looking for a dupe for that one, this is a great dupe. It's like $5 compared to $25, and it does literally the same thing. It's a very good mascara. It's become one of my favorites. Surprising, because I usually only like the Lash Princess, and that's about it. So there you have my September favorites. If you guys have tried any of these products, leave a comment below. I would like to know if you have, what are some products that you have been loving over the past like month to month and a half-ish, you know. And I hope you guys like this video. Give it a good thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so you guys can see more of my favorites. You guys can see some of my other videos like tutorials and eyeshadow palette reviews and just like talking about makeup, because makeup is so good. And I hope you guys stay tuned to this channel. I will see y'all later in my next video. Bye!